by the blue corner, Eren Slick Selvi.
What's going on, guys, and welcome to the Aussie MMA Mates show, where we'll be looking to interview local fighters with either big events coming up or even local coaching roles. I'm Jaden, next to me is Bryden. As always, Luke is on the decks. And today we are graced with the presence of the current Australian 65 kilo champion, Eren Slick Selvi. Now, Eren, we want to learn all about you, mate. I know you. Brighton knows you. We want everyone to learn kind of your story. So first of all, what even got you into combat sports?
All right, what got me into combat sports? How old was I? What was I in grade 4? What are you in grade 4 usually?
Like 9, 10?
Okay, and I was a year younger. So, okay, I think I was around 7, okay? I was 7 years old, and my dad signed me and my 2 cousins were similar age to me up at Sting Gym. No way. Yeah, we went to Sting Gym. And we used to go there. I didn't know anything, but I was like this big.
Yeah.
So we'd just go there, and that's like where it all started.
Yeah.
I was pretty much a write-off, to be honest. Like I was so trash. You know, I was a kid. I didn't know what I was doing. So it all started there. I went there, I don't even know for how long, maybe a year.
Yeah.
A year and a half. And then I stopped because I actually moved to Turkey for a year.
Oh.
Yeah, I lived in Turkey for a year when it was halfway through grade 5 here.
Yep.
Till halfway through grade 6.
Mm-hmm.
So then, yeah, I stopped doing any combat. And then I came back here, and the start of year 7, I met Khan. Well, my dad met his dad, and my parents met his parents. And they pretty much got talking and then signed us both up at XFC Nari at the start of 2013.
No shit.
Yeah, and then I've been here ever since.
God damn. Did you play any other sports as a kid?
Yeah, I was actually very lucky. I was a very fortunate kid. So I did like everything growing up. Like my whole life, I was either doing soccer, swimming, footy, basketball, like everything.
No shit.
Everything but cricket. No cricket. But yeah, I was a very lucky kid that I got to do. Honestly, I was just very active. Every sport that I wanted to do, my parents signed me up. So yeah, I feel like that's why I'm very athletic now, because of all my upbringing was just full of athletics, you know. So yeah, I did sports growing up, all sports.
That's sick. Except cricket.
Except cricket. No cricket. No
So,
cricket around here.
When you have kids, will they play every sport but cricket?
Definitely. Every sport but cricket. It's not happening.
Did you try multiple different martial arts or combat sports? Like, have you done all different disciplines, or did you just do boxing and kickboxing?
Yeah, so when I was at Sting, it was only boxing and kickboxing. But yeah, that I don't even count that really because I was so young. But when I started here, I went straight into the junior kids class, and it was everything. So from 2013 till... When did I go pro? I went pro at the start of 2023. So yeah, for 10 years I did everything. So I did jiu-jitsu, wrestling, boxing. I did MMA. I did everything.
Could we ever see MMA in the future?
Oh, look, now that you say that, Khan wants me to come back to jiu-jitsu so bad. He just he doesn't stop telling me. He wants me to do it so bad. Never say never, but I don't think it's happening.
I don't know. Come back for one class and blow your knee out.
Exactly. My knees are important. I don't want no staff, you know, right now. But I did enjoy it when I did it. But yeah, now that I'm just full kickboxing, that's when I was like, okay, I'm just going to put all my focus into just striking. Because I was doing both. Like I was still grappling while I was still striking, but like it was a lot. I was already sore from the striking, and then the grappling on top. I mean, you all grapple, you know how sore you get. It was hard.
This is too much.
Yeah, so I was like, I need to, if I want to be the best striker, I need to just put all my, focus into it. So that's why I stopped grappling.
No, 100%.
But don't get me wrong, I can still grapple. I'm still a good grappler. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a good grappler.
That is the confidence of a fighter, man. That is how you know the fight's like, doesn't matter, I haven't done it for 47 years, yeah? And I'm 83 with a bad back. I can still get you. In grappling, this is a bit off topic. In grappling, do you have any aspirations or does it mean something to you to get your black belt in jiu-jitsu as well? As a grappler myself, does you getting a black belt in jiu-jitsu, is that something you want to do before your career's done? Or like your...
Right now, to be honest, I don't even think about it.
Yeah.
I don't think about it. If I was doing jiu-jitsu still, I would have, obviously, I would have wanted to get it. But right now, I don't even think about it.
Yeah. Do you reckon you'll come back to grappling when the pro career's done and you've hung up the gloves? Or
I don't know.
we'll see.
I don't know.
I'm gonna poke the
I
bench.
don't know.
Dude, I'm gonna poke the bench like, you can't tap me.
I don't know. I
I
really don't know.
I love it. Now, how would you best describe your fight style? And with your fight style, did you mimic it from someone? Is it someone you saw growing up as a kid? Like, how did you end up landing where you land?
Can I actually add to that too?
Yeah.
So can we get like a kickboxer like style, but then also in UFC terms? Like which UFC fighter you reckon you got a similar style to?
That's a good question.
I'll be honest, I don't know. Like it's hard for me to say what kind of UFC fighter has my style because in MMA, you don't really see people mix it up and throw combinations like I do. Like you don't really see it as much. Like I hit the body a lot. Like I hit the liver a lot. You don't really see that too much. Like Ilia Topuria does it, but his boxing I do rate for an MMA fighter. He's got very nice boxing. So like, if anything, the way he hits the body and stuff, like I could see me doing that. But like most other MMA guys, they don't really hunt the body like pure strikers do. Obviously, yeah, so it's hard. Like there's strikers that have went from, kickboxing to MMA, like Pereira, for example, or Israel Adesanya, but their style is so different to mine. Like it is nothing like mine. So yeah, that's a hard one to say. But for me, with my style, when I first started sparring, I was actually a big kicker. Like that's all I would do. I would go a whole round and just kick the shit out of whoever I'm sparring and maybe throw 2 punches. I would not punch. I would just kick. That's all I would do. I would just spam kicks. And then my coach Dion actually got me to straight box for a year where I was going to burp. I didn't.
Yeah.
So I had to straight box for a year. And I think that was I know that was one of the best things I've ever done in my fighting career because it allowed me to work on my weak areas. So then I went from really kick heavy style to now I'm probably heavier on the boxing now, but I do believe that that's why I'm so good because my hands are so much more ahead of the rest of like the K1 guys that I fight or Muay Thai. But then that also brings the kicks out more because people respect the hands, so then it opens up the kicks more. So back then I used to just spam kicks and nothing would land, or maybe I'd get lucky here and there. But now, because my style is, I've got a lot more weapons now, so now the kicks land better when I throw them. And I hurt people with the hands more, but back then it was just one thing. I could only hurt them with the kicks. So I give credit to Dion for that. What was the other parts of the question?
Is there any kickboxer that is like, not even a big name, but a kickboxer that you either watched growing up or watched today that your style is very similar to?
Yeah, in terms of style, so I got Reggie and Ursel. I really like him. And Takeru in terms of the way he has his forward pressure and how he throws his combinations and stuff. That resonates a lot with me. Those 2 guys, I like them a lot. And their styles resonate with me a lot. Except I'm a bit more unique in terms of I'm very tall, but the way I fight, like I can fight long if I needed to, but I just like using my fitness and my pace to just walk people down, which you see more with shorter people usually. But that's also why it puts people off, catches people off guard, because a shorter guy comes against me and they're like, oh shit, I can't keep up here. But then if they back up, then I can just kick them. So it's kind of a lose-lose for them. But yeah, those two I would say is
amazing.
Yeah.
Now, when you lead up for a big fight, what does your camp you don't have to go day by day, but like in a rough kind of wrap up, what does your camp kind of look like leading up to a fight?
So leading up to a fight, well, before I even answer that, I train all year round.
Damn.
Pretty much, like not even 5 days a week, 6 days a week, 7 days a week. I train every single day. So that obviously, I could sit here and say, when camp comes, I'm training 9 days a week, but no, but yeah. So I train 7 days a week.
Yeah.
In general, but when I'm in like a fight camp, as the fight gets closer, especially, it's more of a mental switch that happens. Okay. Where I just become. It's like, it's hard to explain. Like I don't even mean for it to happen, but as the fights get closer, it's like, I don't want to, like, I would say I just feel different. Like I don't get more aggressive with people, but like when I'm training or like sparring and stuff, I feel more aggressive. Like,
could it be like the excitement leading up? Like you're just excited?
I'm pumped.
Yeah.
And, I know that a fight is near. So it's just that mental switch that changes for me. And obviously my training gets more intense. So it's like, I do all the stuff that I normally do, but I usually ramp it up, like my intensity. I'm always very intense when I train, but I try and like go to a new level. Like when I'm in like a training camp or when I know a fight's coming up, I really redline like the heart rate every day.
Yeah. I've seen.
That's pretty much my life in general.
Yeah.
But then when the fight gets closer, it's just another level on top.
That's crazy. Man, I see you out of camp and I don't know how you do it. I did it for a bit and it killed me.
Yeah,
with the grappling on
hard.
the side too, it nearly killed me. Now,
how much sleep do you get a night?
I'll be honest, bro. The other day I was talking to someone about this. This year has been like, I've like mastered my sleep. I swear it's so good now. Every night I pretty much go to bed and wake up at around the same time. Every day. Ooh. It's like
I've heard
pretty much every day, yeah.
Circadian.
Yeah. Pretty much every day, like, Monday to Sunday.
Do you have a routine, like a nighttime routine?
Well, I usually finish here, go home, shower, eat, and then just, chill until I go to bed.
What does chilling look like though? Just go on the phone, kick back?
Yeah, either I'll go on my phone or I'm chilling with Emily, who's my partner, by the way, for people who don't know. Or I've been playing games recently.
What games?
Yeah, so...
Going a bit of a
hit it.
Well, I mean, that's what I do when I chill. So,
good.
Yeah, I've been gaming, so... my coach Dion and Alice have been telling me to play these games for a long time, which I've always wanted to, but I just never knew how to fit it in, like with my schedule. But now, even if it's just for a little bit at night, I just play some games, and that's like a good way for me to just, wind down and get my mind off things. So I just played Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, well done.
That was a good game. Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, that was a good game. Now I'm playing Final Fantasy 16.
Oh yeah, I haven't played that yet.
Yeah, it's a good game too. I'm nearly finished.
Yep.
So that's what I do now. It's like me winding down and chilling at night. That's what I'm doing.
Hell yeah.
Expecting like a fight again, like
UFC 5, just like getting my extra reps in.
Well, that's me during the day. I do that during the day,
true.
So
they need to bring out a good kickboxing game. There's actually not. They've got boxing. They've got is it what Undisputed, or whatever it is? Yeah, they brought out that. There's no kickboxing game. There you go, Aaron. There's your $1 million idea. Slick boxing. Slick kickboxing, sorry. Slick kickboxing.
Yo, cut that bit.
Now,
keep that
right before the fight. So let's talk. It can be a couple of days. It can be anywhere in between. How do you handle the nerves leading into it after, like, as you're getting closer and closer, even to like right before you walk out?
With that, honestly, like me being 100% honest, I don't remember the last time I was nervous for a fight.
What?
Crazy.
Like, I've had times in like my recent fights, like last year, where I'm backstage about to walk out, and I'm actually asking myself, why am I not nervous? Like, because I was getting concerned. I'm like, why am I not feeling nervous?
Interesting.
And I mean, I do know the answer.
Yeah.
'Cause I work my ass off.
Yep.
I work so hard every day. So I'm training every day. I work hard. Why would I be nervous? You know, if I had a fight and I knew I didn't,
Prepare properly.
train properly or, give in 100% during my sessions, then I would be, I'd probably be nervous. But I train hard and I train every day, so I don't get nervous.
And that will come down to like complete trust of your team and everything.
Yeah,
as well,
like I
right?
trust in my coach.
Yep.
I trust in our formula.
Yep.
And I trust in the work that I put in. So
That's like that self-belief.
love
yeah,
Trust in
exactly.
yourself.
So yeah, that's where I get my confidence from.
I love it. Now, for those who haven't been to one of your fights, when Slick fights, the crowd is mental. I lose my voice every time, but it's more than just me. What do you find a difference based on what kind of crowd you have, whether it's a loud crowd, whether it's for you, whether it's like the prime you versus Cage, which is today still my favorite fight ever.
Yeah.
Out of every UFC, everything, you versus Cage is my favorite fight of all time. So what kind of crowd do you prefer? And even like if they're really cheering the other guy, does that affect you in any positive or negative way?
I'll answer that part first. In terms of cheering the other guy, I've had times where, like for example with Cage, I had a lot of supporters there. This was on my last amateur fight.
Yeah.
I had a lot of supporters, but he had a lot of supporters. So I came out first. It was, everyone was cheering. But then when he came out, it was as loud, if not louder, because they had tables right around the ring.
Yeah.
But honestly, it didn't affect me negatively. It honestly just pumped me up even more because I was like, I was let's fucking go, This is about to be some good shit. But when I'm fighting, I've had times, a lot of the times, honestly, I don't even notice there's a crowd.
Interesting.
Like a lot of the times. When I'm walking out and stuff though, I do soak it in. Like in my last fight, I really soaked in the atmosphere and like looking around and stuff.
Did walk a bit slower too, didn't you? You really took a little extra. Yeah.
Like in terms of walking out, I do like to soak it all in now.
Yeah.
But as soon as I step through the ropes, it's like, honestly, it's like everything just goes black around me.
Interesting.
Where it just feels like, it's just the ring and everything around me is just black walls. And in terms of like hearing, I don't hear people. I don't really hear much. But I hear screaming and stuff like that. But I don't know, I'm just so locked in the zone where nothing really bothers me or affects me.
Interesting.
But I will say in my Cage fight though, because it was so insane, the crowd, that did pump me up.
Yeah.
Like that did add an extra, like that added fuel to my fire. That really did.
It's probably the loudest
But
room I've ever been in.
I reckon we all won that fight together, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like that was insane.
I mean, we didn't do much. You kind of went toe to toe with an absolute monster. Like to put Cage in perspective, isn't he like four fights last year or 4 fights in like
he's on
12
roll right
months
now,
and he's like tearing everyone
I'm
apart
pretty sure he's number one
in the country,
MMA,
amateur
in the
MMA.
country,
And man, Cage is a monster.
Yeah.
And the fact that you tamed that monster that night with... Man, I felt like it was like side versus side too. Like on Cage... Like you were there too.
It felt like XFC versus Primal.
Yeah,
Because, like,
pretty much was.
They had like half the cage, we had half the cage, and everyone was just like, and then security guards like, get back. Like, okay. And just like storm again. Like,
Even the ref, I remember, was in there in between one of the rounds, and he said something to like another official, like what the fuck? Like he couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe how loud it was in there.
he came up to us at one point, like, move back, and we're like, fuck you.
Primal always has a huge turnout.
They do.
Yeah.
No matter where they go, always huge.
I was gonna say, I feel like they're very close to XFC, where it seems like one of
they
us
got
are there,
proper
we're
support.
all there, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I feel like, especially when you fight, everyone comes to war. I mean, we got to rep the good merch and that kind of stuff. So.
I didn't even come to this fucking stuff. No, honestly, I was gonna wear it, but now I'm paranoid about getting sick close to a fight, so I'm just like,
Oh
make sure
yeah,
I'm
protect
rugging up.
yourself.
Now I'm
and-
rugging up and stuff. You know?
Don't worry. We all. I'd never invite you if we were unwell. I'll never do that. Hell no. Oh yeah, ease up, out. All right, now if you could have a dream fight,
Yep.
past, present, future, any single person in this world, any discipline, or if it's multiple, who would your dream fight be? It's a tough one.
I promise you, I have never thought about this in my life.
Interesting.
Ever.
Interesting. So it doesn't even have the weight class doesn't have to make sense. Just someone that if you could have a dream of being in the ring with, that you could sit there and say, in my career, I fought this guy. Who would you want that to be? Or multitude of people?
I've actually got my own answer to this.
Go.
Somebody cut me off when I was driving here.
Oh shit!
Welcome to the pod,
Yeah.
bro. Welcome to what I deal
I
with.
was actually waiting for a proper answer.
I know. I was like,
maybe-
he's been
maybe
following
he'll-
some guy for a
maybe he'll
year.
maybe he'll give me an idea or something.
I love it.
Then he hits me with that bullshit.
Stuff Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali. No, I want that guy in that Prius. It was me. We can even come back to it if you want to sit on it for a minute. More than welcome to come back.
Yeah, we'll come back to that one.
Come back to
We'll
that one.
Come
All
back to
right,
that one.
I'll leave that for the last question. All right. Now, what do you think is the biggest misconception from the casuals or from people who don't have any family involved? What do you think the biggest misconception about the fight game that like the common folk have?
That's actually pretty easy, to be honest.
Yeah.
Everyone sees fight day or fight night, you know, our hands raised and all that, but people don't realize how hard it actually is to even get into the ring. People don't realize the amount of work and sacrifices that are required to live this life, because it's not easy. Too many people I meet, they're like, oh, I would love to fight one day and I would love to spar and do this and do that. In my head, I'm like, no, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Because honestly, most people wouldn't be able to live my life because it's hard. It's not easy. But when you're obsessed with something, you make it work. So I love it. I mean, that's why I've been doing it for so long. But yeah, I reckon that's the biggest misconception. People just don't. I think people think it's all, you know, smiles and easy and happiness, but nah, it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's a hard journey.
So then something that we've all been kind of talking about, like on the pod and that kind of stuff, is do you think champions are bred or do you think they're built? Seeing how you are one yourself.
You mean born or built?
Born or built? Well, you can always breed one.
I feel like, honestly, I feel like it's a hard one. It's like some people just have something in them, like an X factor, where you just know they're supposed to be
Big.
better than average.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? Like some people, because there's so many people that fight. I've been to so many fight shows in my life. I've seen so many fighters, and I'm not disrespecting anyone. I respect anyone who fights or gets in there, but you just, a lot of times you see people and you just know, you know, they're just there, you know, just to have fun and fight, you know, they're not going to be that good or, you know. But sometimes you see people and you're like, you know, that person's going to be a star, that person's, you know, destined for greatness, or they're going to achieve a lot of great things. So I don't know, it's like, in one way, I feel like you can be, you know, a lot of people are born because they're just kind of destined to,
Like,
you know,
yeah.
be something
Like that.
great.
Yeah.
But obviously, you still got to put the work in. If you don't put the work in, you can be born to do whatever, but
If you don't work.
yeah, you ain't gonna be shit if you don't put the work in.
Yeah, 100%.
Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Amen.
Drop the mic.
Now, for those who have always wanted to, or looking to, or even are starting, like say for example our intake, like the beginners, like anyone, what would your advice be? Whether it's one thing or multitude of things that you, if you could even look back at your early beginnings and whatnot, what would you tell yourself is like the biggest thing that they need to do to become where you are and further?
Well, first, provided you train, provided this person is already training, one, you need discipline. Okay, discipline. If you don't have discipline, good luck. You need a coach that actually has knowledge, because there's a lot of phonies out there, I'll be honest. But you need a coach that knows what they're doing, and I'm blessed to have my coach Dion, because he lives and breathes this. He knows what he's talking about, and you guys know him, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, you need discipline. You need a fucking
legit coach,
amazing coach. But you need a team. You need, like, I got my boys that I train with, like a handful of boys that I train with every day, and like we all push each other to be better every day. So you need a proper team, no egos. You just, like, we're ego free. We all help each other. We all want each other to succeed. So those are the three main things that I can think of off the top of my head right now. But you just got to enjoy the process. You know, like, I treat every day as a day to get better. I'm not thinking about next month, next week, I'm not even thinking about tomorrow. I'm thinking about, like, every day I wake up and it's a new day. Give it 100% and go to bed. Next day, new day again, give it 100%. Just every day I'm just trying to get better. So yeah, you just got to enjoy the process.
Love it. Now, reason you're in here, not just the only reason, but you have a big fight coming up. So you recently went up a weight class because no one at 62 wanted the smoke at that time. And you won the 65 kilo. It's the Australian title, the Australian WKA. Crazy. Now you're going back down to your weight class, which is 62. And who are you fighting?
Michael Lamrock.
Now, what can you tell us about this fight coming up? A, about your opponent, and B, why no one can miss it?
Well, number one, you can't miss the Slick Selvi show.
Amen.
So that's number one. Okay.
Amen.
And if you've missed it, I feel sorry for you. So don't miss the next one. Michael Lamrock, my opponent. He's very experienced. He's from Townsville. He has triple my experience. He's had 21 professional fights. I've had 7.
Nuts.
So on paper, I'd be the underdog.
You're the dog.
You know what I mean? I'm the dog. You know what I'm saying?
You're the dog.
He's a big kicker. The guys from Queensland, they're known to just be strong, big kickers, strong with their hands. They're just known to be good strikers.
Was the guy you last fought Queensland as well?
He was from...
Where was he from?
I don't even know where he was from. Maybe Perth.
No, sweet.
I think he was from Perth.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So yeah, Michael, he's legit and he's got a lot of experience. But that excites me. Because he's had 21 pro fights, but I looked through it and not one of them names was Slick Selvi. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now he's going to feel something different.
Hell yeah.
To be honest, when I hit these guys, they always end up telling me afterwards they've never felt it before. And I've been the underdog in a lot of my fights. So, it's
why is that? Why?
Well, to be honest, we take the fights. There's a lot of people that don't want the smoke. They act like they do, but then when the fights get off the tone, they're like, oh, we're actually on holiday. We don't feel well. So yeah, I mean, we take the fights. A lot of people don't. So a lot of time we end up being the underdog because I mean, we like proving people wrong. So that's what I'll do. That's what I'll do again on May 10th.
Do you have a prediction?
Well, I said this before. I'm ready for a war,
Yep.
always, when I'm coming for a finish. Look, I'll be honest. I do see a round 3 finish.
Damn.
Because
If I can
I've
bet
got a
on
good
this, I'm
track.
putting it down.
I've got a good track record at this weight division. You know, the last like 2 times or whatever I've fought at this weight division, it's all been finishes. So
Yep.
I want to keep that going.
Done. So I need to find out how to bet, and then we need to come up with your Mystic Mac name. There was Mystic Mac from McGregor. Now we've got to come up with a futuristic Slick or something.
yeah.
I'll work some magic and we'll come up with something. I love it. Now, have you come up with anyone, a dream fight, current champion? Doesn't need to be anyone knows, but if you could have any fight in the world, past, present, or future, who would you want?
I reckon, honestly, just for like fans to watch,
Yep.
even if it wasn't a fight, even if it was just sparring,
Yep.
I reckon me and Takeri would be crazy to watch.
Sign
Like
me
honestly,
fuck up.
honestly, because like
Sign me
I feel
up.
like we would just both be
At each other.
right there in the middle.
It'd be that game where there's like
And
that
just
little
swinging.
circle in
Yeah,
the
so-
middle.
yeah,
and
so
both
that'd
your
be
lead
cool.
Oh,
That'd be cool.
dude.
Like that. That's one that
I would pay for that.
honestly would be cool.
yeah,
that would
that-
honestly be cool.
That would be sick.
Other than that, I don't know.
No? Takera's a good answer,
Like that
man.
would be a cool match. Like honestly, like when you think about our
Because you two
styles
just,
and
no
stuff,
one
yeah,
will, you guys don't walk back?
yeah, like it would just be sick. It would be sick.
It'd be nuts.
Honestly.
I see you catching him too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get it. You'll get it. All right. Well, guys, that's been us with the man, Eren Slick Selvi. Thank you all. Tune in May 10th.
Yep.
Powerplay 49.
49
Damn.
now.
And then watch that main event for 50 come up, hey? Yeah,
Yeah,
let's talk
that's
into
right.
fruition.
Fuck
Yeah.
Thank you, boys.
All right, guys. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you all May 10th.